Hello, 7th graders. It's Mrs. Kern. I only have 5 minutes here, so I'm going to talk fast. I'm going to hit the highlights here, but mainly what I want to tell you is to read each slide carefully to get your instructions as to how to create your Vocab 1 slideshow. If you notice here, I've got something highlighted. It says to add your name there and do anything to change up this slide to make it better. It's pretty boring right now, so maybe you could go into your background and change that. You could change the layout. You could change the theme if you wanted to. You could insert a video. You could insert audio, shapes, tables. You could also insert an image there. And there's all sorts of images. It tells you where you can find them. So take this time to play around with Google Slideshow and learn more about it. Slide 2 here is the most important one. I'm going to highlight something here for you really quick, but this is what needs to be on each slide. The vocabulary word, the definition, and a sentence that contains the word, and that sentence has to show the meaning of the word. You also have to have at least one picture here, so make sure that you do that as well, all right? Moving on, because I don't want to run out of time here. The following are some examples here that have been done by other students. You can take a look at the examples and see what I like about them and what I don't like about them. It gives you some hints on what to do to make your slides look good. So those are 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 example slides. I want to make sure I point out this one because something that bothers me is when kids put words on top of a background picture. And it's okay to do it if you do it well. If you notice here where the word example is, if you take that off, this is actually a pretty neat looking slide. So you can see that the words are kind of strategically placed to be in places where the background's kind of plain. So that is one way to get away with putting in words over a picture. This one doesn't actually have a photo or a sentence in it. I just liked the way the student did it and I thought it was cute, so I left it in there. This again is more instructions for you. It says it's time for you to make your own slide here. So it gives you another set of instructions. And actually this picture here shows one way that you could do your vocabulary words. You could take a picture of yourself holding the word. You could draw what you think the word looks like and take a photo of it. That just kind of inspired me there. Okay, so moving on here, you can see that you've got a bunch of blank slides. If you look on the left side, there's a bunch of blank slides. And again, you can change the formatting if you want to. You don't have to make it look the way that I have it looking, but that's just the way I set them up. But if you look down here in the speaker notes, you will see each one of your vocabulary words. Your first word is bleak. It tells you that it's an adjective and that bleak means grim, depressing, and dismal. And this, I give you kind of some hints as to how I teach this word when I'm writing the words on my board. So we've got bleak, devour, endure, feud, gaudy, immense, infuriate, lethal, melancholy, mourn, nomadic, and revive. And you can look to see what I typed in about those words, but remember you have to have an image on each slide. You have to have the word. It's part of speech, and you have to have a sentence and the definition and a sentence written by you that shows how the word works in a sentence for you. So that sounded kind of weird there at the end, but I think you get it. If you have questions, let me know. I'm only got about 20 seconds left here, but what I, again, would like you to do is make sure that you look at the directions on this slide and you look at the directions on this slide here. And again, make sure you've got the vocab word. It's part of speech, an image, and a sentence that shows the words